What's up, everybody? It's your boy Hon Jon here. Alright, strapped sick, not sucking dick, cause we ain't gay, baby. Let's go. I got a wife. Cobb loses it when he gets a dirty look by body cams. Okay. Now, I sound weird. Wisdom teeth are out. Really hard to move and like talk. It kind of hurts like a lot. I got an ice pack on my face right now as I'm recording this, so let's get into it. Bye.
You need more training. I need more training. You need sacrifice. You got a mental problem. He said he's gonna catch a body. Everything recorded. Him right here. He said he's gonna catch a body out here. Everything he came up to me with a stick.
On August 23rd, 2020.
Why does he look like he just fucking flipped this homie off and fucking sign language, dog? What the hell?
Police officers on patrol in Chicago made the abrupt decision to detain
Hold on, I just realized what the fuck I said. He flipped him off in sign language. Alright.
a young man by the name of Leroy Kennedy. One moment Leroy was going about his day, and the next he was being tackled, his face ground into the pavement. He was resisting arrest, officers would later inform him. But the original reason they stopped him seemed to mystify everyone, including the officers themselves, who seemed intent on behaving unprofessionally throughout the encounter. Right away, we're situated in the middle of a chaotic scene fueled by an incensed mob. They've just witnessed a violent...
Damn, bro. He mounted him, dog. I'm not gonna lie. He's on some hog rider shit right here. Alright, look at this. Look at this. 75-degree angle. Curved out. Arched up. He's staring at booty. He's staring at booty. He's thinking about him and him staring at his booty. And he's like, damn, I'm about to get some booty. You feel me? But let's get back to the video.
Violent incident instigated by the police themselves.
Hey, no, chill out. You got we'll roll your. We'll roll your. Take this. We just you. Take this. Come on. You just bust. Okay. You just bust. Take this. You playing, bro. You playing, bro. You playing, bro. You playing. You better. Let me go for y'all. Helping you. Helping you. You just this face up like this. Man, you just this face up. That you had on that bitch. She was trying to fight me. Man, you was trying to fight them. Trying to fight you. God, you touching me for no reason, bro. I ain't got shit on you, bro. I ain't take off running. I walked off. I ain't run. I walked off. On my man, I'm coming on.
Damn. What the fuck is that? Oh, my bad, my bad. I'm focused on the wrong things.
Stop pushing him, bro. I'm gonna get some medical attention over there.
You might expect that once Leroy
It's kind of crazy. Like this homie are tripping way harder than he is.
is in the back of the squad car, his defenders will disperse. However, this seems to have the exact opposite effect.
Bro, back up, back up. I'll be back. Back up.
The chaotic scene has quickly evolved to what appears to be a standoff between officers and civilians. The officer, having put his hands around Leroy's neck and having thrown him to the ground, definitely doesn't appear to have been warranted. While exercising force against a fleeing suspect is allowed, so long as the force is reasonable under the circumstances, Leroy didn't appear to have been a fleeing suspect. He also didn't appear to have been resisting, nor did it seem he had any weapons on his person.
So you're telling me he just jerked him off, got him to the floor, and gangbanged him? What the fucking all the homies showing around while he's over here popping it on the street corner? What the fuck?
There must be specific, articulable facts to support the exercise of force, and here we aren't seeing any.
Give me some space. I'm trying to get medical attention, bro. Because you did. He did. It is what it is. Ain't no that's why we don't like y'all. Should kill y'all. I hate y'all. You just my face up, bro. I ain't got bro. I have nothing. No drugs. Why y'all with me, bro? I walked off, bro. Nigga, move my hands. Bro, you want to search me, bro? I'll have about the cop. You search me. You can search me hands down, everything. I don't have nothing on me. I'm in the cuff, take control now. I got you.
Bro is like, your first day on the job or some shit, and when they don't train you for shit, and they're just gonna throw you in there or some shit, or what?
And now disregard, take a disregard Hamlin and Augusta and Hamlin, take a disregard.
It also doesn't help that more police are joining the scene by the minute. It's hard to say who's most upset, Leroy, the crowd, or the police. One of the officers who participated in the arrest appears to be particularly agitated and takes it out on the crowd.
Let's go then! Skinny take that off! 140-pound ass motherfucker.
140-pound ass motherfucker, that's victim weight, boy. Don't even test me, boy. I'm a goddamn fucking. I'm a goddamn. Don't even test me, motherfucker. I'll literally get you down here in this position right here, boy. Any hoodle.
140 pounds. Hold on with your homies. Talk to me. Take that off.
Fucking, are we getting an arrest or is this a porno? I don't know. I can't tell. Usually I skip that part.
He wasn't like that when he was just out here. He was not like that. He was not like that. He said, "Since I was when you off the clock, we gonna get every day." We done it. Bring your that's all that fuck, bro. Ain't nobody trying to tell you. I appreciate you guys. Stay right there. It's fine. Ain't nobody trying to tell you, bro. Why you getting all tough and down like that? Sticks and all the people picking up sticks and pussy ass motherfucker. Thank you. That man was not like that. Me and just slammed on his head. We did. We know.
1, 2, 3, and 4. How many are in my store? I know you're stealing.
We're not lying about it.
Oh, my bad.
What the fuck, though? We start fighting it out. He shoved him through the gate. He's trying to talk to him. You pulled up.
Not a good look. And on the bright side, neither of these guys ever started it, and they are shitting their pants right now. Yeah, they're like acting pretty fucking retarded, like the cops are, but they could have probably done a lot worse to all of these motherfuckers right here. Yeah, no, okay, fuck you.
He did. I understand. But Buddy was coming up behind him, okay? Trying to pull him away. He was. It's on camera. It's on camera.
See, look at him. Look at him. A little racist, but he's fucking. He should be a doctor, not a cop. Doctor. Look at those. But you have steady hands. You know what I mean? You know, steady. Fucking.
What's the issue? You need more training. I need more training. You need safety back. You got a mental problem. He said he's gonna catch a body. Everything recorded. Him right here. He said he's gonna catch a body out here. Everything he came up to me with a stick. You clipped him, bro.
What the fuck? What in the Louisville slasher from a fucking elementary school book that I read? I remember the random name of that shit. What the hell, boy?
You him, bro. Take that up, bro. Look at his face, bro.
This bro's crackhead beating stick, bruh.
Catch a body today.
You might think you misheard the officer, but he did in fact say that he was looking to catch a body, and as he continuously points out to the crowd, it's all on video.
You picked up a bag. It's on camera. I did. I will.
Everything has got.
Yo, I hear a black lady yelling, but I do not see a fucking black lady, man. What's going on?
Out of hand, and the officer needs to quickly separate Leroy from the scene. Considering the number of members of law enforcement who've responded to the scene, at least 1 to 2 should be making efforts to de-escalate the situation and to calm the civilians. However, what we've seen isn't consistent with this. At this point, it's clear that the officers have lost control of the situation. Irate civilians have surrounded the cruiser, and Leroy should have already been transported away from the scene.
I wasn't. Your ass was inside. I'm intimidated. There's something obviously wrong with him, bro.
The situation is now completely out of control. Officers are behaving unprofessionally, which tarnishes the law enforcement badge. While they should never let their emotions be seen, their anger has gotten the best of them. The civilians have a right to challenge authority, and the officers have no right to speak to the civilians the way they are, including the name-calling and threatening to lock them up as you just witnessed. As the police car begins to pull away, the officer continues shouting insults out the window.
Make more than you, bro. Running. Remind me to take
My bad. Let's text my manager, okay? Letting her know that my fucking mouth's fucked up still, okay? Fuck you. Okay, fuck you. Okay, where we at?
I got you, okay? I got you. We got you. And nobody gonna treat you badly. I'm gonna get you water and everything, okay?
But based on the police treatment, Leroy
Damn, boy. He said, I know that's the noise make. Boy, get your way home ground, boy. You know what I'm saying? Black on black crime, boy.
has experienced so far, though, these promises likely.
Oh my god, back to the 75-degree angle. He looking at booty. He looking at booty. He like, damn, these guys looking at his booty while he's about to get some booty. What the hell?
Don't mean much. Back where the crowd is gathered, several bystanders attempt to explain how the situation has played out so far. The response they get is lackluster at best, if not outright dismissive.
He go see his sister, man.
Put their hand on him.
He jumped out, he grabbed him. He didn't try to get aggressive with him. He picked him up and slammed him, man. On the guy in the car.
The officer, when
The black
the gentleman
officer
told
picked
him
him up.
to not touch him, the officer got mad and choked him.
Yeah, he
and then he tried to resist. The officer took him and slammed him on the ground.
He wasn't doing nothing
Why
wrong.
did the police officer get out of the car?
We have no idea. They
So we
parked
was
right
sitting right
here.
here.
They parked right here. They were sitting down right here. He started walking towards them. The gentleman got up and started walking away. I guess he didn't want no problem. They never found nothing on. He wasn't doing anything wrong. The black officer tried to corner him off, ran and chased him and blocked him off. He said, "Man, I ain't did nothing. Don't touch me." The officer grabbed him and started choking him.
I saw it. Right there.
That's okay.
If you want to make a complaint, you can
Okay, well, we're in a pretty hectic spot here, Dad.
They need for someone to listen and to feel they've been heard. They should be given the option to fill out statements and potentially compose formal complaints. Even if the complaints don't move forward, perception is everything. Even so,
What the fuck? Yeah, I get it, but damn, bro. What the fuck? Like, something should have been going on here. I mean, that was pretty much, well, I mean, it's police brutality, dog. What the fuck? Starting to think, oh, well. Body cam is a little racist here.
so much as giving the witnesses business cards as a way to build trust. For now, officers clear the original scene and arrange to meet EMS at a more controlled location. However, not all of the officers go quietly, fanning the flames of unrest before leaving the area.
Oh, we come out thick. That's how we do. I'm just talking to the community, bro. That's it.
Alright.
I still love you, though. I still love you. I love you, Papa.
I love it.
They need attention. All right, let's go. They just need attention. I don't want to give them attention.
Just a few blocks away, one of the officers waiting for EMTs to assess Leroy finally thinks to ask a rather important question.
We jumped.
What y'all doing? I'm trying to see what y'all arrested.
What's he arrested for? They instantly started fighting.
But you don't know what you're arresting for?
What the fuck? So he just arrested this motherfucker to arrest him?
To be arrested for. Hey, no, hey, see my face? Do you see my
As we saw in the arrest footage, this isn't exactly true. It seems that the police are getting creative. Police chased Leroy down, and it was only after they laid hands on him that he began to flail.
They started grabbing on Razor as soon as we walked up, grabbing his back, grabbing the back of his vest, pulling him away. We didn't even say
This claim may be true. Conflict once again flares between Leroy and the officers while they wait for EMS. Even rookies are taught not to engage with a yelling detainee. While it would go a long way in the court of public opinion and among a jury
guy,
when
bro? He
footage
does
shows
need more
officers
training.
not engaging, this particular officer opens the door to the cruiser and confronts Leroy. His act is clearly unprofessional. In addition, the backwards worn baseball hat wouldn't be a standard issued uniform item. Police already saw that Leroy had a phone during the arrest, the search, and when they initially placed him in the car.
So what did they arrest him for?
What's up?
Are you still here?
Why am I still what?
Why the you still here?
Why am I still what?
You know what I'm saying.
It's a good question because you've certainly noticed Leroy still hasn't been told why he's under arrest. While the United States Supreme Court has held that it's good police practice to tell a suspect
the other
why they're being
officers don't
arrested
even
when
fucking
taken
know
into
either.
custody, the Supreme Court has found no constitutional requirement to do so. Very few states statutorily require this in the United States. It's an exception far from the norm.
Patel 18129.
Damn sure gonna know. My lawyer come holler at y'all, you damn sure gonna know.
Cool.
Damn sure finna get y'all food.
Alright, that's good.
Like, you damn sure finna get y'all food. But tour,
Best of luck to you, buddy.
1829.
Best of luck to you, buddy.
Good luck. You got 200 down for the same. Got good luck. Why you grab me like that? Why you grab me for though? I don't get why he touching me, bro.
When Leroy's arrest came under investigation, it seemed police had very little to say for themselves by way of explanation.
Alright. We'll put everybody else.
Alright, so basically what happened was I seen a black guy resisting arrest from across the corner and pulled up. That's about it.
We have some offenders that grabbed you. We'll do that on the case report. We'll start the description or whatever.
Settled on was that Leroy looked directly at the officers as they drove by, widened his eyes, and then walked away. It appears that Leroy was violently arrested for the serious crime of looking surprised.
Damn. So what the fuck? If he was white, I bet he wouldn't have though.
The official report went on to mention that police suspected Leroy might have had a gun when he reached for his pocket, but as they later discovered,
It was his veiny ass dick.
all he could have been reaching for was his phone or glasses. It seems the real reason Leroy was stopped was simply a case of bullying or misuse of power. Leroy was charged with resisting arrest and aggravated assault against a peace officer. All charges were dropped a few months later, thanks to the body camera footage which proved Leroy was not the instigator. Leroy proceeded to sue the City of Chicago Police Department for personal damages, as well as to ensure this sort of situation doesn't happen again.
Okay. Well, this ugly motherfucker that beat him back shots in the beginning. That was this video. Cop gets gangbanged by 6 big old black guys by Iwu body cams. Fuck the comments, they're all kind of racist. But yeah, hope y'all loved seeing the cop getting gangbanged by Iwu body cam. Peace.